news at sunrise.
Now at 6, a slow day to and from the slopes. Winter conditions and a lot of holiday travelers left the roads up to Government Camp in gridlock this weekend. We have a look at how things are looking up there today.
And a house fire in northeast Portland injures 3 people, including a firefighter. Everyone escaped, but now the Red Cross is helping the victims.
And tragedy at a zoo on the East Coast. A lion escapes and kills a young intern. This morning, we're learning new details about her.
Plus, Seattle's iconic Pike Place Fish Market is under new but familiar management. The owner is handing off his business to 4 of his longtime employees.
And preparing to ring in the new year from Times Square.
It's exciting. Like, my heart is racing, the adrenaline, the energy is everywhere.
We are taking you live to the Big Apple, where the countdown is on to the nation's biggest New Year's Eve celebration.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Look at the commute. Everything is really quiet, especially 205 over the Abernathy Bridge. I-5 southbound and 205 southbound both look good. You can see all of our drive times are where they should be, so no delays out there. It is a Monday, 4-day weekend for a lot of people, so I don't anticipate any problems this morning on the roads.
Okay, well, good morning. Thanks for joining us. This is our last sunrise show of 2018. Did you hear him laughing, by the way?
Yeah, he goes,
we're so boring.
No, the people that go to New Year's Eve, and it's probably a big, what's the word?
Party?
When you want to do something, bucket list item for a lot of people to celebrate in New York. I've just never been a big New Year's Eve person.
I'm like, we're all pretty boring.
Tomorrow's the next day. You go to work. I don't know.
There was that lady that was really excited about being in New York for that ball drop, and Rod goes, "Really?"
All right. I'm a party pooper. I'm an old fuddy-duddy. I'm the person you officially don't want to be. Okay. Here's the Rose City camera. You can tell there's a little bit of a low cloud hanging over the downtown cityscape, but visibility down low coming into the city this morning is fine. Temperatures are freezing in many spots, so we do have some freezing fog locations. Out at the airport along the Columbia River, where clouds are low, it's one of the warmer locations, 38 degrees. This is a day that for the majority of us should clear fairly easily, and once we clear it today, it'll be perfectly clear tonight and perfectly sunny for your New Year's Day. Temperatures, Kelso 32, Salem 35, 10 out in Burns. Again, a cold start for much of the Northwest, but we are dry.
Rod, thank you. Well, winter weather up in the mountains caused some minor crashes and forced some roads to close over the weekend. You are looking live right now from our Government Camp ODOT camera. Looks like no issues on the roads this morning, but here's what things looked like yesterday evening. This was a total mess. You can see just how bad traffic was backed up. Highway 26 and the junction to Highway 35 were shut down for about 3 hours because of extreme driving conditions. Both are back open this morning. ODOT says drivers taking advantage of the ski season clogged up the roads.
This morning, a Milwaukee man is in jail accused of intentionally hitting another man with his car over and over again. It happened yesterday afternoon in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven store in Happy Valley. Police took Leslie Meyer into custody after a Good Samaritan followed him into the parking lot of a Babies R Us. We spoke with a woman who ran out to help when it all went down.
By the time I got out here, the guy was speeding off in the pickup truck, and the dude was coming up the side of my car covered in blood. He laid down on the ground, and I was asking him, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay, but, he wasn't okay. Covered in blood, his stomach kind of looked sunken in, so I called the cops.
Oh my gosh, what a thing to see. The victim, Jason Schwartz, was found in the 7-Eleven parking lot with some pretty serious injuries. He was taken to the hospital. Police at this point don't know the extent of his injuries, but Meyer faces multiple charges, including first-degree assault. He's being held on a $265,000 bail.
3 people, including a firefighter, got hurt in a house fire in northeast Portland. Crews responded near 52nd and Halsey around 8:45 yesterday morning. One man had some minor burns to his face while trying to rescue the others inside. A boy suffered from smoke inhalation while trying to get out of the second floor. Everybody did get out okay. A firefighter was treated for heat exhaustion. Officials think the fire started when some items in the kitchen got too close to a hot stove. The Red Cross is now helping the family.
To another story we've been tracking, the federal government shutdown entering its 10th day. Now, a top Republican says there could be some good news when it comes to the president's demands for funding the border wall. South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham says the president is, quote, open-minded to a compromise that would extend work permits and temporary legal status to qualified undocumented immigrants. That's, of course, in exchange for billions to build the wall between the U.S. and Mexico.
He was in a very good mood.
and I think he's receptive to making a deal if it achieves his goals of securing our border.
About 800,000 federal employees are not getting paid while this shutdown continues. We're going to, of course, continue to bring you updates on the government shutdown and how it could impact you. You can go to our KGW News app or KGW.com for those latest updates.
It is 5 after the hour. Time for some more news headlines in your morning rush. The Affordable Care Act will remain in effect during pending litigation. The federal judge in Texas who ruled Obamacare unconstitutional stayed his previous ruling on Sunday. So that means the ACA will stay in place as it goes through the appeals process. The judge noted that many Americans would face great uncertainty if his original ruling was immediately put into effect. The judge believes Obamacare is unconstitutional because of the penalties for those who don't carry insurance. A Colorado dad accused of murdering his fiancée will appear in court today. Police arrested 31-year-old Patrick Frazee earlier this month on suspicion of killing 29-year-old Kelsey Barrett. Authorities still haven't found her body. She was reported missing December 2nd. Investigators are looking into how a lion escaped from an enclosed area at a zoo in North Carolina and then killed a worker. The lion attacked 22-year-old Alexandra Black, an intern and recent college graduate from Indiana. Authorities tried to tranquilize the animal before killing it with a shotgun. The facility is closed during the investigation. Wells Fargo is paying up this morning as part of a multi-state lawsuit. It'll pay a total of $575 million to settle civil charges related to its fake account scandal. The lawsuit stems from allegations that the company opened millions of unauthorized accounts and improperly charged customers. Wells Fargo also owes more than $1 billion in civil penalties to the federal government. That is your morning rush.
A homeowner's dog in Seattle is probably getting a whole lot of treats today after she managed to chase away someone who was breaking into the house. It was early Thursday morning when Lara Sukol heard a noise outside, followed by the sound of a broken window. Her dog Bella flew out of bed, ran downstairs, barking up a storm. A man had been trying to break in through the basement, but Bella's barking scared him off. In the meantime, Lara was able to get a look at the getaway car.
She did half the job. I mean, she ran downstairs while I was able to sort of, go to the window. And I don't think without a dog, I don't know what I would have done.
Officers say they were able to track down two suspects just a few miles away, and they're believed to be behind multiple burglaries. Police even gave Bella a shout out in the press release, saying the burglar was, quote, foiled by the homeowner's heroic dog. That's why we love dogs.
Yeah, you need more of them. Yeah. Well, as the year draws to a close, one of Seattle's most iconic spots is looking toward the future.
Of course, we're talking about the Pike Place Fish Market, famous for tossing fish through the air. It's getting new owners, but as NBC's Joe Fryer tells us, the place is landing in pretty familiar hands.
In Seattle, celebrities don't walk on red carpets. They swim with the fish. Hey! Check. These are the famous fishmongers. The Pike Place Fish Market.
I like the fish.
Drawing crowds daily.
I had seen some things on TV where they were throwing the fish, and I said, I gotta see that.
It's more than a gimmick. Owner John Yokoyama calls it a philosophy.
Our first intention is to create a relationship of love with our customers. After that, we know we got them for life.
That goes for the workers too. So when Yokoyama decided to sell his legendary business, he knew exactly who should buy.
Love you, man.
Jason, Anders, Sam, and Reese. 4 of his employees are now the big fish.
It's a dream come true, man. I'm living the dream right now, so.
Are these guys like your kids?
They are my kids.
Yokoyama could have probably sold to someone else for more.
We need to call those customers.
But this just felt right.
Johnny was very, very generous and accommodating us.
One of the guys, Jason, was practically born here. His mom worked next door.
So I grew up in the market, running around this place, I always thought, man, it'd be cool to own that fish market.
Couldn't be more excited. It's awesome. Yeah, we're going to keep the legacy going.
An institution that's still flying high with a familiar wind beneath their fins. Joe Fryer, NBC News, Seattle.
Wow, I love that they're keeping it local. Yeah, keeping it in local hands, and those fish, boom, flying through there like a rocket.
I never really thought about it, but it's probably not easy to catch them. I mean, I bet they're pretty slippery, right?
Slide right through.
Yeah, I think it takes some talent. Yeah.
Rod on the job idea for you.
Actually, yeah.
Perhaps.
Totally.
I'd go up to Seattle and do that.